God, how do I top this? I don't think anything's gonna be better than that. Arcade sticks are an art form. They're the way how we can express ourselves as fighting game players outside of the games themselves. So today I want to take a real quick moment and judge some of your fight stick designs. I want to see what kind of creative things you guys are getting up to. All right, so we got a blunderbuss design here. I believe this enclosure is from a team based in the UK. So that's likely where this person is from. This is nice. I love the use of the negative space to match with the color of the buttons. Like the buttons themselves don't contrast heavily from the design itself. It just perfectly blends in and it doesn't obstruct anything, which is a really big thing. There's a little bit of cutoff here on the art, but you can kind of see it like going all the way down here too. But I'm just gonna chalk it up to the image file that they were working with. But other than that, this is very, very sleek. Very aesthetic. And of course the DIY wood stick. I always gotta give props to wooden enclosures, and that's where I got my start with fully custom builds. We got two very nice looking designs here. First off, I really like the choice of the transparent buttons, that way the art isn't fully obscured by the buttons. I also like the matching white ball top to go along with the background. The paintbrush aesthetic of the art really matches well with the wood enclosure. I always think it's a very nice compliment to wood enclosure designs to have like paintbrush art or like art that looks like it's been painted onto the arcade stick. That's always a really nice blend, and I like to see that. And then there's this one as well. The ball top choice is a really nice color. It matches the cooler tones of everything else. When you have art like this with so much detail in the area where the buttons are going to be, it's always a personal preference of mine that you want to have transparent buttons there. So that way you still get at least a decent chunk of the detail of the artwork there, and it's not completely being obscured by the solid color buttons that are going to be there. As what appears to be a first-time build, a first-time DIY build, this is nice. I like it. You know, Toki Omni with some very adorable bubblegum pink buttons. I like it. Simple, clean. Sometimes all you need is a little splash of color. You don't need to go all fancy with it. So this is less of a complete customization, but showing off the oiling process for the wooden enclosures. Gives them that nice, like, polished look to them. This is very, very nice. I used to do some light woodwork when I was really young, but I never got to do anything like this fancy. This looks so pretty. It just adds that extra richness to the wood and just really makes it pop. I like the heavier weight of metal enclosures, but man, it's really hard to say no to a well-polished wooden arcade stick. Shoutouts to Prosk for posting this. This is not something you get to see too often. Now we're getting a look at a custom Razor Panthera. Just pinks abound. Pinks abound. Really nice choice of going with the Third Strike Online Hugo art. We got these metallic pink buttons and a metal ball top to match. It adds a like nice extra shine to it. And then of course the pink camo, the chains. It's very cool, very cool. This looks pretty distinct. This looks like he like what's the word for it? Hydro dip. That's what it is. Looks like he like hydro dipped the artwork and put it under a panel. It's not often that you really get to see hydro dipped arcade stick designs. This is a very beautiful aesthetic. Like I especially love hydro dip designs on metal surfaces. So like this mix of like the hydro dipped art and the very solid white metal enclosure. This is pretty. This is super pretty. I want to do this now. I really want to do this. So this one's interesting from like an enclosure standpoint. I don't think I've seen this enclosure before. It has a very distinct shape to it. What really stands out to me with this design are the decisions that they made with the buttons. There's this design that's on the attack buttons here. That is on the entirety of all the rims here. But the thing that really makes the attack buttons stand out is that this person made the decision to go with transparent 24mm buttons for the attack buttons and then just keep the direction buttons solid. So you get to see the full detail on this design that's in the border. And then to contrast it, you have the white and the red, which still mixes in with the entire like palette decision here, whereas the attack buttons kind of blend in with the rest of the design. The directions just have like an extra bit of pop to them. Oh, and the artwork even extends to the side panels too. Very, very nice. I also love how some of the graphics and little clouds here are placed in such a way that they basically blend in with the black screws that are holding this design together. That's also a really nice choice. I think it's very cool whenever you can use elements of the artwork design to hide certain components of the case design that's holding it all together. That's a big thing whenever I was commissioning my design for my Mad Catz TE. I had specifically requested that there would be like these black action lines incorporated into the design to help hide the black screws. So it makes the design a lot more cohesive and brings it all together, and extends to this side too. Nice. Wow, the artwork even extends to the underside of this too. That's an astounding level of detail. Yo, my man doing the most here. This looks clean. Not only the wiring job, but the artwork too. And the braided cables just really bring this all together. Keeps in like the same colors and everything. Also kind of flows with the design of the branches too, which is very, very pretty. It's super aesthetic. A lot of enclosure designs only offer artistic opportunities for the top panel, but when you get stuff like this, where you can like customize the bottom portion of it and also customize the side panels, that's when you can get super creative with this. I'm really applauding this design because usually if there's bottom artwork, it's on the bottom panel. This is on the underside of the top panel, which is so much cleaner because you not only get like the extra artwork, but you also get to show off the cable management, which is super pristine. If this artwork were just on the bottom panel, this entire wire work would be completely invisible unless you open this thing up. This is so nice. This is master craftsmanship. This is master arcade stick craftsmanship. This gets the Salt Monastery seal of approval. God, how do I top this? I'm tempted to just end the video there. I don't think anything's going to be better than that. You know what? Fine. I am actually going to end the video here. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any arcade stick designs that you want to share, that you guys want to show off. If you do have any to share, be sure to not only just like link them to me in the comments, but also post them to my Discord. I have a Discord server that you can find in the description below. Be sure to check that out and share some of your arcade stick designs. Maybe they'll be featured in the next video. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more arcade stick videos like this. If you want to know how you guys can get artwork like this for your arcade sticks, I have a video right here that covers how to do just that. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I've been ShaolinPretzels, and as always, stay salty.